Hey, hello, welcome to another training segment with Plug IT regarding KQL. This today is purely just about querying time, or rather easy ways to query time periods. So I'm just going to be talking today about the ago as well as the between function, and you'll see how deep you can go into this, and how interchangeable these operators are. But let's just give you an example. Supposing I wanted to query something from the audit logs. I'd type in the data set first, and then we've got the pipe, of course. And I could simply say, if I wanted to do, where something is maybe 2 days ago, where I could just say where time generated is either greater than, and I could say ago 1 day or 2 days, and then it will, once I run that, shift enter, it will bring up the results, any audit logs from greater than 2 days ago. If I wanted to make it less than 2 days ago, I could do the same thing with that function over there, and of course you can see the results are different. What you could also do is, if you wanted to use the between function, if you're looking for a particular date, then you don't always have to go into this section here where to say, look, you wanted to go as far back as, well, whatever date specified. I mean, you could do this. This is also an easier way, but if you wanted to do this function via KQL, you could simply say between date, date time, and it's this one over here with the, well, date time. There we go. And then in this creates, of course, the brackets for you, all right? Because this is the between. The between creates the brackets for you, and the date time creates, an additional set of brackets for you, right? So you'd have to put it in military time, in this format. So you'd start off with the year, the month, the day. You could simply just leave it as is, or if you wanted to be very precise, you could space that out, and you could, put in, well, military time, which is the as you see it over here. You've got the hours, minutes, and seconds, all right? And then this, of course, followed by a close bracket. You see this section over here. This contains the exact date time, and then these two dots is what's going to separate your between, all right? So you've got to enter in another date time, all right? Brackets over there, and then let's say 2023 08, and let's say maybe by what, the 15th. And then we'll make this 11 p.m. all right, and then we'll run that, and then this will bring back whatever results are between these dates over here. You can see I'm using standard the military time. That will, this is querying basically this, the data between this time. Of course, when doing searches and queries and things as such, it makes it very easy to just copy and paste dates between different things. I mean, you could use this in an array of different things. If you were searching for the word, okay, maybe my name, across particular time frame, and then let's see, we just distinct that under a table. Let's see what happens, if we're looking for anything that involves my name across that time. All right, and there we go. So you can see that I appear in this time frame across these data sets. Of course, that's of course a little bit of a bit more complicated query, but we could also just run this across the sign-in logs as well. Yeah, and then of course, if you wanted to look for specifics, we could well, let's just see where maybe we use a principal name contains Marlon, and we're looking at from those specific dates. We can see that this creates this brings back the results from anything where the username contains Marlon and it's between this time. All right, so you've got these two sections over here with we've mentioned ago. We've got we've also got the date time function. But I mean, if you wanted to, I mean, we could do it in this. We could mix the two up. We could say where time generated between and you could say ago, 1 day, all right, and you could also, after the between function, we could say make this 2 minutes. So between 1 day and 2 minutes ago, it's going to bring up all the audit logs. And you can see how this works, you know. Even if we could change that to 2 hours, we could change this to, let's see, 1 minute. It's going to bring something back to you, but of course, you know, you need to specify, you know, the time frame of here, of course. There are other ways to query time, but these to me are the easiest. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment below. If you want any assistance with any KQL queries, please comment below. Or you could just drop me a mail, zaid@plugit.co.za, as you can see over here. All right, get practicing.